Hi, this is Miranda Ham. The date is November 26th, 2019. Here's my little note card. And this is my video presentation for Module 9, the sheep heart dissection. Here are my notes for this presentation. It's just a list of all the structures I will be naming. Alright, so to start, we'll start on the right side of the heart. This might be kind of hard to show you the way I cut it, but in here you can see on the posterior side you have the right ventricle, and just superior to that you have the right atrium. And so the right ventricle is responsible for pumping blood through the pulmonary artery to the pulmonary circuit, and there's a valve there called the pulmonic valve that prevents backflow from the pulmonary artery to the right ventricle. And also there's another valve called a tricuspid valve that is between the right atrium and the right ventricle. Kind of hard to see the way I have it angled, but it's in there. And that is responsible for preventing backflow from the right ventricle to the right atrium. So then moving to the other side, the left side of the heart has a very similar structure. You can see the left ventricle, and just superior to that, the left atrium. So the left ventricle and the left atrium, the left ventricle is responsible for pumping blood into the systemic circuit, so to the rest of the body, and that pumps through the aorta, which is up here. And connecting the left ventricle and the aorta is the aortic valve. That's responsible for preventing backflow from the aorta back into the left ventricle. And also the valve that connects the left ventricle and the left atrium is called the mitral valve, and it also helps prevent backflow. And so then you can see kind of just on the outside of the heart here, you have the epicardium, it's just kind of the layer surrounding. And if you look inside, this darker tissue, this is the muscle. This is called the myocardium. So it's the muscle that actually does the work. And then you can see kind of a slightly different color, the lining of the ventricle here. That is called the endocardium. And then you can also kind of see, it's kind of difficult because I cut it, but in here you have the intraventricular septum, and that's kind of just responsible for separating the two ventricles. And then you have the chordae tendineae, and so that is kind of a connective tissue on the bigger valves, the mitral valve, and those kind of valves, not the mitral valve, the tricuspid valves. And that basically just connects like the papillary muscles that control them to those valves. And then on the outside here, you can kind of see, let me see if there's a good one right here. Like this one right here, you can see this is one of the coronary arteries, and the coronary arteries are responsible for supplying the muscles in the heart with blood, because they also need blood and nutrients in order to function. So that is it. I got everything on the list. Thank you very much.